Ultimately, Tribal Vision is an outsourced marketing department for hire. So just like any firm that would hire an internal marketing head, that internal marketing head should be first writing strategy and then executing on that strategy.
I think our strategy is different than most companies because we're operating in the real world and we're not operating in the clouds. Every day, myself as well as the rest of our team is creating these campaigns and executing on them, and we know what works and what doesn't work.
In addition to just coming up with tactics that every other marketing firm typically jumps right into, we actually start with a holistic strategic plan for our clients.
As far as other marketing firms go, closing deals usually isn't what they're talking about. They're talking about how nice and cutting edge your website is, and that's where we're very different. We're obsessed with revenue, obsessed with focusing on metrics like cost per lead and closing ratios and cost per click and all of those unsexy pieces no one else wants to focus on, but anyone knows that cash flow is the lifeblood. And if you don't have healthy cash flow and leads coming in, and the right dollars coming into the bank account, then you're not going to be a business for very long, and that beautiful website isn't going to do you much good.
Lead generation strategy for us is the primary driver of everything that we do here. A lot of marketing firms will try and come up with fancy creative that will really just look nice without actually getting you anywhere. For us, any creative that we develop has an end goal of driving more leads for your organization.
We always focus on retention for our clients. A lot of marketing firms don't. They just want to focus on the fun and exciting prospecting pieces, bringing in new business. But we found it costs 10 times more to be prospecting than to be focusing on your internal clients.
So we've come up and designed specific tactical ways and techniques to actually get in front of your clients more often and to actually win more business from your existing customer base. That's what retention is.
Storytelling is important because it's not just about telling the client how great you are or telling your customer how great you are. Storytelling should really speak to their needs and their problems and what you can do to help solve those problems.
It could be the difference between having a client stay on your website and visit more pages versus going to a competitor's website. You really need to create that story that resonates with the correct target audience.
To Tribal Vision, it's telling a story that not only resonates with customers, but also gets them to act.
What we can do is help craft that message that will really speak to your client and answer that question of how am I going to fix this problem that I have today.
One of the things that we work on for our clients is asset development, and that's always tied back to the original marketing strategy to make sure that the assets we develop really reinforce the marketing tactics that we're going to pursue and really speak to the target audience that we've identified.
Our asset development process is very different than if you go to an ad agency because we don't have designers, coders, copywriters, any of those people on staff. We've spent so much time building our partner network over the years. We've already built a lot of key relationships, so we know the quality we're going to get and we know their pricing, and we're passing all that knowledge and all that cost on to our clients.
Salesforce Optimization is important because the sales force is really effectively a marketing channel. A lot of companies don't think of it this way. They see it as a sales channel that's bringing in revenue, when really they're the ones that are out there on the front lines. They're selling your product. They're essentially your marketing team in a lot of ways.
Oftentimes companies don't realize that their sales force is the most expensive marketing channel that they have. When you add up all the salaries and bonuses and commissions and entertainment that has to be paid out for all of the clients that they're working with or prospects, it's expensive. And oftentimes that's a channel of generating more business that's not optimized.
So for us, optimizing that sales force, making sure that they're operating as efficiently as possible is one of the key drivers to success for many companies.
Ultimately, what Tribal Vision does is generate more business for our clients. That's our obsession, whether we're talking about lead generation or retention or Salesforce optimization or telling your story in a way that resonates. It's all about generating more business, and that ultimately is what Tribal Vision does for our clients.